Hi, my name's Chris. Welcome. Welcome to my daily check-in. My name's Chris. I'm on a journey with Mounjaro to lose weight and get healthy. And I'm doing it with the assistance of AI. That's why the channel is called MJ plus AI. And what I do is I've got a form I fill out that AI put together for me. And I enter it, and then I talk about it with AI, and I'm going to share some of the results, insights that I gain with you on here. So today we're going to talk about this day 6 and day 7 effect. If you've been on Mounjaro more than a few weeks, you may have recognized things are different on the 6th day and 7th day after the injection. So we'll talk about this. These will be quick videos, so I'm just going to jump right into it. As far as I've got about 10 numbers I enter. Some's data like macros, that kind of stuff. Other is reporting food noise, appetite suppression, that kind of thing to them. So rather than read all those numbers every day, I think what I'm going to do is hit the highlights. The other time is to do this every day. I don't have a lot of production time where I can add a lot of graphics and all that kind of stuff. Otherwise, I might put this all up on the screen and make it nice and tight. But this is a low production, hopefully high emotion and authenticity daily check-in that I hope you can connect with. The key macros from yesterday's track-in, I think I'll always share my weight. I weighed in at 246.9 pounds. I started at 255 pounds on my Mounjaro journey. My high weight actually is 280 pounds. And then the key macro I'm keeping my eye on is protein. So 172 grams of protein yesterday. That's great. Very happy with that. Food noise. I take my injection on Sunday. So this is Wednesday morning. So I did this input last night. So day 2, day 3, the food suppression is still good, or appetite suppression. And then as far as side effects, my main side effect is constipation, and very manageable yesterday. My sleep that night was 5 hours, which did affect me yesterday. A lot of reasons why I only got 5 hours of sleep. But as I'm starting to monitor my sleep, I'm finding 7's a pretty good number for me. I usually won't sleep 8 hours straight through. If I try to do that, I end up just laying in bed either when I'm falling asleep or I wake up an hour early. So I think I'm going to try to shoot for 7. That seems to be the sleep sweet spot. Now, here's the big thing. I'd gotten a few days behind in my updates with ChatGPT, so I was kind of explaining how the weekend went. I did overeat some this weekend, and I have some difficulties on day 6 and day 7. You may know Mounjaro has a half-life of 5 days. So by the time you get to the 6th day, you've got half the amount of Mounjaro in your system that you had on your injection day. So for some of us, we start, some of that food noise creeps back some of the appetite suppression creeps back. Now for me, it's definitely not 100%, but it's, might be, 50%, 25% to 50%, depending on the weekend. I don't know what all affects Mounjaro. Some weeks it seems to last all 7 days. Some weeks it seems to taper off some, and I don't have an explanation for that. That's just my personal experience. So what ChatGPT told me is, one, he gave me some positive feedback, which I appreciate. He said, look, Chris, you're tracking, you're noticing things, and that's very important. And I was like, well, thanks, ChatGPT. Yeah, I have been tracking, and he's right. By tracking, keep it simple. You don't want to spend an hour entering data every day. Just some basic things. I do enter my food in MyFitnessPal, but I tend to I have a short list of things I eat, and just out of convenience. I like all kinds of food, but just out of convenience, I usually eat a fairly short list of food. I've always been like that. I don't really get tired of stuff that I like, so that works for me. And I like to just keep it simple. So I can usually just click on a few things in MyFitnessPal, get all my stuff entered. That really helps. I do supplement with protein shakes. There's a lot of good ones out there. The one that has the right combination of price, taste, low sugar, and protein for me is Premier Protein. It's got a pretty low sugar carb component. It's 160 calories, and you get 30 grams of usable protein. And I think it tastes good. It's kind of creamy. It's got a little bit of that chemically aftertaste, but I drink a lot of Diet Coke, so I'm used to that. I need to quit the Diet Coke. All right, so, and then the advice he gave me, oh goodness, let's see if we had actually had a long discussion about a lot of things. I'm trying to find, here we go. He challenged me to reflect on this. What's one small but powerful ritual I can put in place for day 6 and day 7 of my Mounjaro cycle? Oh, I like that. ChatGPT is so precise with language, and I really appreciate that. So he throws out some real precise terminology that I just love, like my weekly Mounjaro cycle. That's exactly what it is. So what is one small but powerful ritual I can put in place for day 6 and day 7 of my Mounjaro cycle to steady myself when appetite starts to return? And then some examples. This could be as simple as pre-planned dinner, a protein first snack, or a mental reminder like, the shot is still working, stay the course. So I've got to give some thought to that. There's the old cliche, fail to plan and plan to fail. And I find planning is a big part of this. Some people just kind of take the medicine and, just kind of follow their body's appetite. And that can work for a lot of people. But I'm choosing to be a little more intentional. I'm not, eventually I'll probably share my food with you. It's not like this. I don't eat chicken breast and Brussels sprouts for every meal or anything like that. But I'm moving in a healthier direction. I'm eating a lot of healthy stuff. I want to get my protein in. And I also just want to build an awareness of what's working for me and what I'm actually doing. I'll share in another video, but my first month, I only lost 4 pounds, I think. And I actually lost 6 pounds in the first, I don't know. But basically, I lost weight, but then I regained 3 or 4 pounds. I was starting to eat ice cream for meals, really bad decisions like that. So that's where I got my pal ChatGPT involved, and I want to become aware of what's working. Maybe I have some room occasionally for a Culver's custard with Reese's peanut butter cups mixed in. That's just a random example, of course. But I want to keep the vast majority of my eating very healthy. Okay, so day 6 and 7, do you relate to that? Do you experience a day 6 and 7 in your Mounjaro cycle where some of that food noise comes back, some of your appetite comes back? And then the other factor for me is the weekends are less structured. And so there's some opportunities there. And then I also get a little entitled. I'm like, I was great all week. Maybe a little pizza and ice cream's okay this weekend. And maybe it is, but I want to plan it, not do it impulsively. All right, that's it. Thanks for sharing my first MJ plus AI check-in, and I hope I will see you tomorrow morning.